Welcome to this mindfulness guided mountain meditation. This meditation can help us center in our bodies, especially in the midst of life's challenges. By imagining and then embodying the mountain, we are training in being present, present to the weather of the world as well as to our own internal weather, our thoughts and sensations. Taking a moment now to prepare for the mountain meditation, bringing the awareness to the weight of the body making contact with the chair, awareness to the feet making contact with the floor, the back of the thighs and the behind making contact with the seat. Awareness of the back, the strength inherent in the spine. Awareness to the shoulders, maybe rolling them back a little to help them settle. Notice how the arms and the hands are placed. Awareness of the neck and the support that provides for the head. The crown of the head as it moves upwards towards the ceiling. And there may be a sense of greater length that comes with that. The chin tucked in slightly. Soft awareness around the eyes, the mouth, the cheeks, and the chin. Awareness of the environment you are in. Maybe there are sounds in the background, coming and goings. Checking in with yourself. How are you feeling now? What thoughts might be present? Is there an emotional tone? So honoring whatever may be present now. Allowing your eyes to close gently. And if you prefer to leave the eyes open, just allowing the gaze to be soft. Finding stability by coming to the breath. This is your breath, just as it is right now. So feeling into each in-breath and each out-breath. Observing your breathing without trying to change it or regulate it in any way. Allowing the body to be still and sitting. And as you sit here, picturing in your mind's eye, as best as you can, the most beautiful mountain you know or have seen or can imagine. Just holding the image and the feeling of this mountain in your mind's eye. Letting it gradually come into greater focus. Observing its overall shape. Lofty peak high in the sky. The large base rooted in the rock of the Earth's crust. Its steep or gently sloping sides. noticing how massive it is, how solid, how unmoving, how beautiful both from afar and up close. Perhaps your mountain has snow at the top and trees on the lower slopes. Maybe it has a prominent peak or a series of peaks, a high plateau. Observing it, noting its qualities, and when you feel ready to, seeing if you can bring the mountain into your own body, so that your body sitting here and the mountain in your mind's eye become one. So that as you sit here, you share in the massiveness and the stillness of the mountain. You become the mountain. Rooted in the sitting posture, your head becomes the lofty peak, supported by the rest of the body. Your shoulders and arms the sides of the mountain. Your buttocks and legs the solid base, rooted to your chair or cushion. With each breath, as you continue sitting, becoming a little more a breathing mountain, unwavering in your stillness, completely what you are, beyond words and thought, a centered, unmoving, rooted presence. As you sit here, becoming aware of the fact that as the sun travels across the sky, the light and shadows and colours on the mountain are changing virtually moment by moment. Night follows day, and day follows night. The canopy of stars, the moon, then the sun. Through it all, the mountain just sits, experiencing change in each moment, constantly changing, yet always being itself. It remains still as the seasons flow into one another and as the weather changes moment by moment and day by day. Calmness abiding all change. In the summer, there's no snow on the mountain. In the autumn, the mountain may wear a coat of brilliant fire colours. In winter, a blanket of snow and ice. In any season, it may find itself at times enshrouded in clouds or fog, or pelted by freezing rain. People may come to see the mountain and comment on how beautiful it is, or how it's not a great day to see the mountain, that it's too cloudy or rainy or foggy or dark. None of this matters to the mountain. which remains at all times its essential self. Clouds may come and clouds may go. Tourists may like it or not. The mountain's magnificence and beauty are not changed one bit by whether people see it or not, in sun or clouds, day or night. It just sits, being itself. At times, visited by storms, buffeted by snow and rain and winds of unthinkable magnitude. Through it all, the mountain sits. Spring comes, trees leaf out, flowers bloom in the high meadows and slopes. Birds sing in the trees once again. Streams overflow with the waters of the melting snow. Through it all, the mountain continues to sit, unmoved by the weather, by what happens on the surface, by the world of appearances, remaining its essential self through the seasons, the changing weather, the activity ebbing and flowing on its surface. In the same way as we sit in meditation, we can learn to experience the mountain. We can embody the same central, unwavering stillness and groundedness in the face of everything that changes in our own lives, over seconds, over hours, over years. In our lives and in our meditation practice, we experience constantly the changing nature of mind and body and of the outer world. We have our own periods of light and darkness, activity and inactivity, our own moments of colour and our moments of drabness. It's true that we experience storms of varying intensity in the outer world and in our own minds and bodies, buffeted by high winds, by cold and rain. We endure changes constantly, experiencing a weather of its own. By becoming the mountain in our meditation practice, we can link up with its strengths and stability and adopt them for our own. We can use its energies to support our energy, to encounter each moment with mindfulness and equanimity and clarity. It may help us to see that our thoughts and feelings, our preoccupations, our emotional storms and cries, even the things that happen to us, are very much like the weather on the mountain. We tend to take it all personally, but its strongest characteristic is impersonal. The weather of our own lives is not to be ignored or denied. It is to be encountered, honoured, felt, known for what it is, and held in awareness. And in holding it in this way, we come to know a deeper silence and stillness and wisdom. Mountains have this to teach us, and much more if we let it in. So if you find you resonate in some way with the strength and stability of the mountain, it may be helpful to use it from time to time in your meditation practice to remind you of what it means to sit mindfully with resolve and with wakefulness in true stillness. So in the time that remains, continuing to sustain the mountain meditation on your own, in silence, moment by moment, until you hear the sound of the bell.